What's up guys, I'm back with another Razer Edge Pro video. Before we get started, I just wanted to give a shout out to a new friend I met on a train last week. His name is Built on Stoke, which is his username on YouTube. And I just wanted to say, he's a really cool guy, and he's the only one that I've ever met on a train and knew what this was. He knew it was a Razer Edge Pro. He was somebody that already subscribed to me, so it was pretty cool to meet someone that's out of the 90 subscribers that I have. And it's a small world. I happened to meet him on a New York City train, so that was very, very cool. And yeah, so I have his YouTube linked in the description, so you can go ahead and subscribe to his channel if you want to see some interesting things. Okay, and let me get started by let's see, what should we? We're gonna play Star Ocean. Okay, Last Hope, 4K version that just recently came out. Now everything pretty much runs on the default settings, so you won't have to worry about much here. It plays pretty smoothly, but don't take my word for it. Let's take a look at the gameplay and performance together. So first I'm going to show you guys the settings, and then we're going to get to gameplay. So let me turn off this light so we don't get this glare. Alright. So lucky for me, I never played this game when it came out on PS3. I did have it. Well, I should say I do have it because, you know, I downloaded it. But the thing is, I couldn't get into anything RPG because I'm always on the go. So this is a perfect RPG for me to get started playing. And I actually was playing it for a little while, and I got into it deeply. And I almost forgot to make this video. So let's do the... first of all, do the graphics. Let's see. These are all buttons. Oh, yeah, right there. That's all the way at the bottom. Okay. Now this is the video graphics and everything. So I have it on high resolution. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let's zoom up. The HD resolution remake version of it, which looks beautiful, by the way, especially on this small screen. Turn off the shadows. I mean, that's what I just do, self-shadowing, because generally that decreases the performance in most games when you're using this tablet. Display distance medium, I think, is okay with any game. You can go for far and see how that works, but depth of field on, I leave that on. You can take it off, but it really brings realism to the game. So the game quality looks great. Camera blur, leave on. I always like blur, so a lot of people don't like it, so you can turn it on and off if you want. It might increase performance, but performance is running grade A top anyway with these settings. FXAA3, you can turn that off. If you turn it off, it looks really sharp, and there's really no, well, you'll see what I mean when I turn it off. I'll leave it on, but you can turn it off if you are having some kind of you know, lag or something like that. This is also not only just a Razer Edge Pro tutorial, this is also like if you have a weaker computer and you just want to play these games, at least you'll know what settings to use. Shadow buffer I have on standard. You could probably turn that up. I don't know. Haven't messed with it. Like I said, I don't really mess with shadows. And leave it in 720p. I mean, you can raise up the resolution, but you will get frame drops on certain parts in 1080p, which is the next step up. So I wouldn't even mess with that. 720p is good enough as long as you have it in full screen. And as far as the visual style, I have it on modern, but you can mess around with that. It won't decrease or increase the performance in any way. It's based on the menus, this background stuff. So you follow my settings, you should have nothing but smooth 60 frames per second with no frame drops. Okay, and we're going to continue from where I left off since there's a long movie clip at the beginning, and we don't want to get into that. First of all, let's see what the gameplay looks like. So it looks very good, as you see. My only complaint about this game is that you cannot modify the, what's the word? The sensitivity of the turning. That's the max speed of turning. Okay, now that's not a big problem, but for me with games, it could be a big problem. Okay, so let's get to some gameplay. So I didn't get very far. This is near the beginning of the game, but Just want to show you guys the extent of the graphics also. Since I only got a little bit of time, we're gonna go to our battle. So let's move on in the game. Get to the battle scene. I guess that's not the exit. Oh, right. I didn't do that yet. Okay, I forgot. I have to speak to this girl. I did this about half a day ago. So I'll try to move this along so we can get to some real gameplay. So basically what happens here, the ship crashes, and let's take it from there.
Raimi, wake up! Thank God we're all safe. At least no one's critically wounded. Let's be grateful for small mercies. I'm issuing new directives. Status report.
Damage to the ship is severe. The Calnus is in very serious condition, sir. However, based on my analysis of the data, I can say with confidence that we've arrived on planet Eos.
All right, we made it after all! Please, continue.
We're not the only ones who crash-landed, sir. I've detected other ships in the vicinity that probably encountered the warp anomaly. The Countess is here. Here's the Balena and Dandelion.
Let's skip this. Alright, let's get to some outside gameplay. That'll really test the graphics. Alright, now we're outside. Looks very good, if you ask me. Now I already know what to do, so let me go after the items real quick and talk to everybody so I can trigger the movie clip to move on and get to the battle. Just bear with me a moment, guys, because I don't know what exactly triggers the battle, but I've done this before, and I went and collected all the items in the area first before I talked again to the person at the beginning. So we're going to do this first. Might take a few minutes to get all the items. But yeah, what I could do is probably use XPatter to map the mouse to the right analog stick. Nah, that wouldn't work because then the right. Oh well, I can disable the right analog stick maybe. I don't know. There's another way to get around the sensitivity issue. It's not that big of a deal because you can turn slowly. It's just I'm used to in RPGs and such turning a lot faster. Not a major complaint from me. But yeah, if you're a Star Ocean fan, I mean, the last game I played was Till the End of Time, which is Star Ocean 3, and that was on PS2. I never messed around with any Star Ocean since. But if you're a Star Ocean fan at all, definitely get this game. I mean, I bought this on Steam. I'm hoping that I'm helping to support them in a way that they'll release the latest Star Ocean, which came out on PS3 exclusively. I'm sorry, PS4, which I haven't played either. I planned on getting, but there was so much going on, and I'm never home. So it would have probably been another waste of money for me because you have to have time to play RPGs. And since I am always on the road, I will definitely be getting into this one. A friend of mine played and beat this game, and while I was playing Record of Agaris War Zero, which was a fun RPG as well. But unfortunately, I can only play one RPG at a time, whereas a lot of other people probably could play more than one. But anyway, as you see, the performance is excellent. You won't have to worry about, if you just follow my instructions, you won't have to worry about any lag or anything, or going into any graphical glitches or any such. Alright, so here we go.
This actually held up pretty good, huh?
Yeah. Edge, do you think Crow is okay?
I do. He's not the type to let something like this do him in.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sure he's fine.
Anyway, how are things looking out here?
It's just like the exploration craft reported. The environment on this continent seems perfectly suitable for human habitation. There's lots of primitive gymnospermae like these ferns and cycads. The climate is subtropical and, well, to put it in Earth terms, it's a lot like the Jurassic period.
The Jurassic? Think we'll run into any dinosaurs?
Come on, the exploration report didn't say anything about any large-scale life forms.
Mimi!
What?
Somebody spoke too soon.
What is that thing?
Some kind of bug?
No way.
What is it? Hey, attack already!
Oh wow.
No.
Railguns have no effect? That was a direct hit!
A wild sword appeared.
Damn it! Raimi! Get back to the Calnus and bring backup!
Wow.
I'll be fine!
Demanding orders.
Okay, don't do anything stupid.
Alright, we're about to see some action.
I'm taking at least one of those legs home with me! Did that work? Good. So they're not totally invincible. And that means I can do this!
Alright, let's do
Bring
this.
it on! We're just getting started!
Alright guys, this is battle gameplay here.
Let's do this! Take this! Rising blade! Take that! Now you'll see what I'm made of!
Alright.
Nice job!
Well, there you go. So that was gameplay. And now I can finally save it. Alright, thanks for watching guys. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. And I got more video gameplay stuff coming. So, don't be afraid to request a particular game for me to play, because I don't have much time lately, but I'll try my best to fulfill all those requests. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.